cannot enter any sort of multiplayer matches anymore. And as you can see in this video, I enter the match, I press tab to see my ping, and you can also already see it rising up to about 2000, and then to the point where it actually just crashes. Everybody in the lobby is frozen. It's not just me, it's the entire server that's getting hit by the attack basically, and there's no way to work around it. You cannot play private matches.
And the motive here was, well, it just kind of seemed like John Yu was upset that the entire Titanfall community had banded together and shared a mutual hatred for John Yu. Regardless, the Respawn team and Titanfall devs said that the issues were being worked on. But what they didn't say was how many people were actually working on the fixes of Titanfall 1 and 2, which it turns out it was like 1 or 2 people total. So Titanfall 1, a game that could only be played if the servers were live, which they never were because of John Yu's blacklist, was still being sold despite Respawn and EA being completely aware of the state of Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2. To be blunt, they were just taking people's money while they had maybe one person kind of working on fixing the problems. In the eyes of the hackers, the right thing to do would have been to take Titanfall 1 and just make it a free game. This was the supposed reason for the Save Titanfall website, which was a collaboration between 2 Titanfall communities, the No Skill community and the TF Remnant Fleet. Now, I'm going to spoil a bit of the mystery here because I think it makes things easier to follow. Save Titanfall was a scapegoat for the hackers' greater plan. They wanted people to think that the hack of Apex Legends was done by the same people that ran the Save Titanfall website, but it wasn't. This led to a war behind the scenes of the Save Titanfall website between the No Skill community and the TF Remnant Fleet. The No Skill community posted a 40-page document called Operation Red Tape, absolutely filled with screenshots of Discord communications between members of the TF Remnant Fleet, exposing them as not only the hackers behind the July 4th attack on Apex Legends, but also those responsible for DDoSing Apex servers, kicking Apex streamers like Shiv from the game, shutting down Titanfall servers as tests for their Apex attacks, and even trying to get hired by Respawn to help fix all the problems with Titanfall, which was likely an attempt at stealing the Titanfall source code for possibly the most absurd and strangest reason of all, which we'll get to. And within a week of the Apex Legends hack, Titanfall 2 seemed to succumb to the same Titanfall 1 DDoS blacklist. GG's pilots, all platforms with Titanfall 2 are officially perma-DDoSed. I'd say it was a good run, but that would be a lie. As the game fades away for the foreseeable future, I'm just reminded of the lack of support and transparency received as a community. We deserved better. This was now affecting over 5,000 players on PC alone and likely thousands more on console. A hero seemed to emerge through all of this though, offering to help fix all the problems and patch the main exploits that were being used to shut down all of the servers. That person, P0358, which I'm just going to call Lil P. And I think this is some good foreshadowing.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the
P0358.
Look, whoever the Batman is, he doesn't want to do this for the rest of his life. How could he?
P published a document 3 weeks after the Apex Legends hack on how to fix Titanfall. It detailed the exploits used to hack the game and how to patch these exploits with examples. The document itself is way too technical for most people to understand, and the one glaring issue was that there was absolutely no way to test their supposed fixes without access to the servers and the source code. P went as far as to say that if Respawn just hired them, they'd be able to fix the issues themselves and all would be saved. And people believed him. He was made out to be the good guy in all of this, but that was far, far from the truth. He had everyone fooled at the moment though, and people actually were using his PayPal donation link to send him money for his extensive efforts. The truth of it was that these extensive efforts were only known because P had been exploiting and hacking Titanfall for well over 2 years. I mean, it's pretty easy to whip out a super detailed document in 3 weeks on how to fix hackable exploits when you're the one that's been using those exploits for years. He had literally been committing extortion of Titanfall players, telling them that if they paid him $3, he'd stop crashing the game. This clip was from a live stream in April of 2019. It was only the tip of the iceberg though. What we're about to learn is just how deep and convoluted this whole mess was and likely still is. We're going to time shift back to the day of the Apex Legends hack on July 4th and start to uncover the motives of the known hackers. As people learned about the Save Titanfall website, they also learned about the TF Remnant Fleet Discord channel, and as more and more people started joining the Discord, P was very vocal about various things. He and many others in the community expressed anger towards Respawn and EA. He said Respawn was to blame for this, and most importantly, mentioned things like, "It's not us and not our fault Apex got what it got," which, other than having a hint of malicious intent behind those words, will keep going. Also mentioned was how P just couldn't wrap their head around how hard it was for someone to understand that anyone can link the website anywhere, but that it didn't necessarily mean that the people that owned the website were the ones behind the attack. Another admin of the Discord, Red Shield, which I'll just call Red, also chimed in saying, "Oh heckin' no man, it wasn't us." Red just kept trying to deny any involvement with whatever was going on, but Rafflecopter Lamau, you'll see soon how involved Red actually was. Here is just the tiniest of sneak peeks from 3 months before the attack of Red having obvious knowledge of the types of attacks that could be done and, also calls out Apex specifically. P also started getting really excited about all the new members joining their Discord server, which, spoiler alert, was part of the reason P and the other hackers did what they did. And with that, I think it's time we peel back the bullshit layer that these hackers were trying to convince others of and get into the real conversations that were going on behind private Discord channels. Again, there are way too many screenshots and videos of the conversations for one video, so I'm once again going to paraphrase everything that I read through. The hackers seem to be really upset by John Yu because John Yu had been ruining Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 for such a long time that it had obviously been turning players away from playing any Titanfall game. And while most people know about Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, there was also a game called Titanfall Online. Titanfall Online was a cancelled free-to-play PC version of the original Titanfall game that was aimed primarily at the Asian market like South Korea and China. It was pretty much the same as the first Titanfall game with a few differences, but it had such a poor reception after the beta was released in South Korea in 2018 that they cancelled the entire project soon after. The strange thing was that this group of hackers shared some mutual bond over the Titanfall Online game, and they really wanted to see it be revived. Well, with John Yu in the picture, that was basically impossible because he was pretty much killing the online experience for players in the Titanfall franchise. And the Remnant Fleet hacking group didn't want John Yu to be remembered at all, so that's when they set their sights on throwing the Save Titanfall website under the bus a few weeks before the Apex Legends hack. But don't be fooled, as the thought of attacking Apex Legends had been in the minds of these people for at least 2 years at this point, with P alluding to someone maybe coming to, say Apex or Titanfall 2 to mess up the servers just as bad as they were in Titanfall 1. Man, I love good foreshadowing, and apparently, so did they. Someone said, "This server is going to be like a good character gone bad story from fighting the evil hacker to sabotage against the game creators." I mean, seriously, this whole thing played out like the Walmart version of a Bond villain. Alright, let's speed this up and meet some of the hackers that were actually involved and also uncover how they developed their hacks and tested them on servers and streamers. This person right here, with all the symbols for a username, goes by Mr. Steak and was heavily involved creating the Apex Legends hack along with their co-conspirator Dogecore. Starting in what looked like March of 2021, Dogecore had successfully began kicking players from Titanfall games through denial of service attacks, the ones that we mentioned earlier with overloading servers with way too much information to a point that they'd have to restart. Red started chatting with media journalists on how Titanfall could be crashed, but Steak wanted to make sure that Red didn't leak any info that the group also knew of ways to crash Apex Legends servers too. Steak showed proof to Red that he had just recently kicked a streamer with their methods. Steak also mentioned that there were 3 people, including himself, that were targeting Titanfall 2 servers and crashing them. Those 3 people were likely Steak, Dogecore, and P. The group then began shifting their focus to Apex Legends. They attacked Apex Legends tournaments and even targeted specific streamers like Shiv FPS and then pinned the blame on the notorious cheater Toofy. And the justification for these attacks? Well, according to P, the Apex pros deserved it for getting upset that Respawn was looking into trying to fix Titanfall. Oh, and again, we see mentions of Titanfall Online. But this wasn't just something that was being worked on for a few months. No, even a year before the Apex Legends hack, Steak had already figured out a way to inject their own menu overlays into Apex, which was an early version of the overlays we ended up seeing in the actual attack. And by February, less than 6 months before the attack, P said this: "If we want to conduct something like this, it should be temporary. Maybe 24 or 48 hours and then stop and also have a clear message on why and what do we want." And the day before the attack, Dogecore said, Are you ready for Operation Save Titanfall.com? And on the next day, well, we know what happened. But the reasoning behind this whole thing was the strangest part of all. You'd think, well, maybe the group was after money or something more nefarious than just fixing Titanfall 1 or 2, and that may be true, but it seems unlikely. One of the stranger things was that both P and Red tried getting jobs at Respawn. Red actually had asked the community for thoughts on his resume for an application to get a social media manager job. And P, on multiple occasions, said that if Respawn would just hire him, he could simply fix the problems as he outlined in his How to Fix Titanfall document. But he certainly wasn't about to do it for free, which was obvious by his PayPal link at the bottom and him outright saying, I could help them fix the issues, but I don't want to do it for free after all the insults he's, basically gotten from players. He also alluded to someone doing Titanfall maintenance as a part-time gig, and then a Respawn employee actually followed him on Twitter, which Red was very excited about because his baby hacker was finally turning into a man. Which, if the incriminating picture hasn't been painted at this point, I don't know what more will. Speaking of incriminating, you might be wondering, well, can't these people face legal charges or do some nice jail time for all of this? And the answer is absolutely. Yeah, they could. And they could do many, many years if each hack was treated as a separate CFAA, computer fraud and abuse violation, and then embezzlement or RICO charges were put on top of those because there was financial gain involved. The potential for life in prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines is actually not out of the question here. But if these people are outside of the US or are just really difficult to find, it's really almost impossible to charge them. And the sad part is that they'd risk all of this just for an attempt to revive Titanfall Online. And the best way to go about that in their mind, crash Titanfall servers, target and harass streamers and players, piss off the entire Apex Legends community and the company that holds all the rights to the Titanfall franchise. The hackers were the ones causing the problems in the first place, and they were effectively just trying to fix the issues that they were the direct cause of. And on top of all of this, they tried getting jobs at Respawn, likely in an attempt to steal Titanfall source code so that they could develop their own vision of Titanfall Online. Whew, man, what a story. Let me know what your thoughts were as you watched through this whole thing, and remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this from time to time. As always, I really do appreciate you spending some time to watch the video, and I hope to see you again in the next one. This is the full story and lore of Apex Legends in the Titanfall universe. We'll be kicking things off in the year 2131 with the events leading into Titanfall, zoom through Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, and then finish things up with Apex Legends in around the year 2730. So yeah, that's like 600 years of content to cover in one video. Whether you're a beginner, somewhat new player, or veteran of Apex Legends, I guarantee you that one of these 50 tips will be new to you or help you improve at Apex Legends. I was an Apex Predator on controller for a year and a half and then moved over to mouse and keyboard on PC, where I'm now a diamond boy. I only mention this so you know I'm not a complete noob giving you advice. Alright, let's get into these 50 tips to improve at Apex Legends. Tip number 1, when you ADS with any gun, you can just jiggle or jitter click your mouse around to be very accurate and counter the recoil patterns. You'll see pro players do this as well, and that's because as long as you can make a motion faster than the fire rate of the weapon, the recoil doesn't really register. Now, since this isn't really viable on controller, you have another option, which is to somewhat learn gun bullet recoil patterns. I've already covered this topic in another video, which I'll link down in the description below if you want to check that one out. Tip number 2, the EVA 8 is just as accurate hip firing as it is with aiming down sight. Let me be clear, there's almost no reason to ADS with the EVA 8. Number 3, if you go from aiming down sight to hip firing while holding down the trigger, a bunch of your hipfire shots will have almost 100% accuracy. Be sure to use this if you need to stray faster to the left or right after aiming down sight, but still haven't quite knocked someone yet. Number 4, strafe speeds are different with whatever gun you're using. LMGs and snipers being the slowest, with pistols being the fastest. 5, if you're dropping in as Valkyrie and see a squad with the CH next to their name, that means they're actually the champion of the match, so you should probably land on them, punch them out, teabag their box, and leave the match. 6, when stimming with Octane or ulting with Bloodhound, your field of view actually changes. What's interesting is that although the field of view will increase, Octane's aim down sight field of view will actually be closer and easier to aim with. 7, Octane jump pad has 3 different ways to use it. You can slide into the jump pad to travel further, walk into the jump pad to travel higher, or punch into the jump pad to travel straight up. Oh, and you can also toss Horizon's gravity lift under the jump pad to go very, very high. 8. Slide jumping is the fastest way to travel, so you should do this until your knees bleed and then keep on going. 9. You can and should heal while sliding or bunny hopping down ramps or decline surfaces. All you really need to do is slide, jump, pop your heel, keep holding slide, and jump to maintain momentum. 10. Wall jumping can be used in interesting ways to get to different parts of a building quickly, get over cover faster, or be a harder target to hit. I've even seen some G Fuel snorters slide jump while opening a door and then wall bounce off the door they just opened. I mean, come on! 11. In the likely case you'll find yourself falling off the side of the map and run out of climbing strength, you can actually punch the wall to reset your ability to climb. I've seen it help when you're Pathfinder and your grapple just needs a couple extra seconds to recharge. Slap that wall, and you're good to go. 12. And this was kind of embarrassing, but for the longest time, I held jump while trying to climb walls. I later learned that you don't actually have to hold jump at all to climb those walls. You just have to hold forward when you want to faceplant into a wall to become Spider-Man. 13. You can jump off of a zipline by hitting interact and then rapidly hitting jump. If you're on mouse and key, this is relatively easy if you bind jump to your scroll wheel, but it can also be done on controller if you practice it. Just hit interact, then spam jump. 14. Try to kick something right before you land to cancel the landing animation. This isn't always possible, but try to land next to stuff you can kick. It'll help improve your movement and thought process a bit. 15. Tap strafing is this thing where you can tap forward while air strafing to maintain momentum with whichever direction you're traveling. You can even do a full 180 with this and not slow down at all. Since tap strafing is hard on controller, you can spin and pull backwards on the thumbstick to change direction immediately. 17. Jump kicking is slightly faster than punching, so do this to prove you're a better gamer in those fistfights. 18. You can climb buildings in innovative and creative ways to get to spots that the enemies may not expect you to come from. 19. There's an alternate interact button that you can use to put attachments into your inventory instead of directly onto a gun if you don't want to. 20. If you have an alt accelerant in your inventory, you can use it by pressing your ultimate instead of going into your inventory. 21. Here's how to activate the bots in the shooting range. Go into this tunnel, get up on this platform, make sure you dropped everything in your inventory, look down, crouch, and then switch legends. Now, you can go wipe an actual bot lobby as many times as you'd like. 22. You can also activate third-person mode in the shooting range by first going to this spot, looking down, crouching, and switching legends. Pro tip, switch to Loba. 23. Going into the start menu lets you see your teammates' ammo type and equipped helmet, armor, shield, and backpack. So, if you see that your teammates are running the same ammo types, you may want to start running with a different gun or gun combo, especially if you're in ranked where the ammo can get real scarce. 24. Something new though is that pinging a gun attachment in your inventory will tell your team you're looking for an upgrade of that specific attachment. 25. The ideal distance to jump out of the dropship is around 500 meters. 26. You can fly up to around 1200 meters if you dolphin dive out of the ship. Just go up and down between 140 and 130. Kryptos Drone can do a lot of cool stuff. You can use it to ping champion banners to reveal how many squads are within 200 meters of crypto, grab teammate banners from their box, respawn them instantly at a respawn beacon, scan survey beacons instantly from a distance, open care packages, and yeah, Pathfinder can even grapple to the thing and go flying. 28. Bloodhound scan will reveal anyone in the direction you're looking within 75 meters. 29. As of Season 9, Bloodhound scans will not give you assist points in ranked matches anymore, but Crypto Drone scans still will. 30. Raid's Portal is going to disappear right around 28-29% charge. 31. Gibraltar's gun shield has 50 HP, but damage will bleed through after 50 HP has been hit. 32. Gibraltar's shield will also absorb explosions. 33. All bullets have a slight slowing effect, and there is no difference between which ammo type you use. 34. Caustic and Gibraltar are the only fortified legends in the game right now. This means they have 15% damage reduction and are not slowed by bullets. 35. All legends run at the same speed. The arm swinging animations are just slower for the taller legends than the shorter legends, which makes the big rigs feel a little bit slower. 36. Gold mags will reload while you're healing a Phoenix kit, shield bat, or med kit. 37. Bullet flight speed is different for all weapons. In general, energy and sniper rifles have the fastest bullet speed and least bullet drop, whereas light and heavy weapons suffer from the slower bullet speeds and more bullet drop. 38. Sky grenades with frags can be extremely effective. If you throw one straight up, it will land at your position and instantly explode. 39. Put simply, you can throw grenades beneath doors. 40. If you're able to, stack shields from enemy boxes on the ground around you at the end of the match for quick armor swaps. If you have a Loba, this can be even easier with her Black Market. Just make sure each of those shields is charged before you try to do those fast armor swaps. 41, damaging downed enemies does add to your damage, so if you're going for that 4K damage badge, make sure you're shooting those downed enemies too. 42, utilize teammates or enemies with or without knockdown shields in fights to avoid taking as much damage. 43, if you want to improve fastest, play arenas. There's a lot of downtime in Apex with looting and menus, so you can take full advantage by practicing your aim, grenade tosses, and movement quickest in arenas. 44, you can actually change the crosshair color in the settings by turning on the Tritanopia colorblind mode setting. 45, some weapons have subjectively better iron sights or slimmer models for an easier time aiming without a scope or red dot attachment. 46, put your gun away anytime you're not in a fight, but also put your gun away in the middle of a fight to either get away faster or chase somebody quicker. 47, if you get stuck by an arc star as Wraith, you can use your abilities to negate the explosion damage. You'll still take that damage though from being initially stuck. 48, you can shoot doors to open them. In Rampart's turret, it's gonna absolutely obliterate them. 49, it's easy to forget, but remember you can upgrade your evil armor by 100 points in the extractor. Not always useful, but it can be. 50, on Olympus, if you fall off the map with a trident, it will boost you up into the sky and you'll go into skydive mode into whichever direction you're looking. Hopefully one or many of these 50 tips to improve at Apex Legends helped you. Help me out by liking and subscribing if you want more content like this, and comment down below which of these tips you thought were most interesting. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.
You're fucking cheating, bitch. Shut the fuck up, man.
Oh, look at this. We got reverse mech and gotcha, bitch. Okay, here we are flying back in. Gotcha, bitch. Jump master. Okay, we're going fragment. I think that this is gonna be a nice hot drop then. Ooh, look at this. Starting off good with a little bit of light. Grab that in case I get an R301. Man, I bet my teammates are gonna be upset that I'm not next to them right now. This, that. They're probably in a fight. Gotta hurry this up a little bit. Oh yeah, baby, Wang Man, let's go. Should probably go to our homies. We'll loot a little bit more. Who doesn't want to loot a little bit? I mean, we're playing a BR. I mean, isn't more than half the game all about looting? Yes! Ooh, this entire building ourselves. 4 Hercules going off in the kill feed, bro. And I hope these guys come over here and grab some of this stuff. There's good stuff in this building. Where is a heavy mag? That's all I want is a heavy mag. Guess there's not gonna be one. Man, that took way too long to join the squad. I also don't like that I can't like double jump while I'm healing. That'd be pretty sick. It's probably by design that doesn't work, or else it'd be super, super strong. I don't think there's anybody around. These guys were fighting something. Oh, there's the heavy mag. Our prayers have been answered. Hopefully we can find some fights soon. All right, got eyes on. Oh, they're running away. No way. Yes, come back. Yes. Re-engage. All right, the homies are here too. Hello? Imagine if you could knock on the doors. Just really politely. Hey, would you mind me joining you in your home? All right, we're gonna try to keep the high ground here. I hear a lot of footsteps. Hello there. Oh. Okay. All right. Where'd you go? Back in. I'm coming for you. Okay, Max already down. Great. This is going to be a quick game. The homies not looking so good. Not feeling so healthy. Hello, Pathfinder. Ooh! Nighty night. Tap, tap. All right, we got Mac back. Rip Mick, Mac. We can... All right, good. Oh, Jesus! There's one more. Hello? Where's he at? Maybe there was just the two. Oh, no. All right. Right on the door? Come on, you got this. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. Jeez. I'm coming up. Hello? Ooh, ooh. Ooh. All right. So the first shots, we don't talk about those. Those last shots, though, the hipfire was, you know. All right. Let's get our homie back. We got you. I'm gonna go check what's in this crate, dude. I mean, there's still 9 squads left. There's only 25 people. We could probably go get some action. Maybe these guys aren't all about that action. I'm all about that W key. Push forward on the thumbstick. Let's go. Nothing but straight octane gas. All right, so it's been a little bit. We're looking for people. There's nothing around us. I haven't heard anything. No shots. Nothing. Oh, here we go. We got some action. All right, let's go. I'm with it. Oh, hello there. Good pity if you died. Oh, no. Come on, let's get the bat off. Take a peek. Okay, we're going to go back up. Is more behind me? Oh, no, climb over. Oh, yes. Swap. Oh. Jeez. You're doing a finisher? Oh, my God. Oh. Okay, good thing I hit that last shot. Dude, that could have been bad. Well, the Wraith decided that that wasn't something that she wanted to be involved in, I guess, because she didn't come help us out at all. You gonna come help us there? Gotcha, bitch? Yes? No? Oh, yeah, okay, light rounds. Yeah, I'll be sure to come grab that real quick. All right, we're hearing some shots coming from this way. I'm gonna go push it. I don't think my teammates want to get involved in any kind of fighting. I don't think they want to play the game. I mean, if it's a loot simulator, then... Okay, hold on. We gotta get out of this quick. I'm not trying to get licked by all these teams. You're not gonna crack this, Tootsie Pop. Ooh, cracked you, though. Oh, my God, ow. Hopefully one of the other teams doesn't look this way. All right, they're dealing with each other. I feel like I'm the only one shooting at people. Other than the Pathfinder is a little bit. Okay, all right, he's shooting some shots. I see you. All right, we're still, like, this isn't a great spot. It's... I want to go somewhere else. Oh, jeez. Okay, yep. That slow is so painful. I'm the kill leader right now with 5 kills. We didn't do anything the first half of the game. What is this guy doing down here? Where are you shooting at? Zipline, huh? Yes, there is a zipline there. Well done. I would push some of this, but... Okay, let's just go for it. Oh, well, never mind. I was going to say I'd push some of this, but with this team, which just, you know, took off, it's probably not a good idea to push anything. But here we go. Full send, baby. W key. Oh, gotcha, bitch is up in there. Oh, no, he's on our side. Okay, we'll see if we can hold zone here. Because we know there's a team right here. Why wouldn't my team hold these guys?
Fuck this shit, man. What is this Octane doing?
Wow. I'm holding the zone. I'm not running. Dude, he says that. I don't think that guy's done anything this game.
Your ass is staying pinched in the whole squad and the whole game the whole time? Yeah, you fucking good.
Pinched?
Keep running around the map.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna keep running around the map and not hiding. Dude, I hate playing with like my tail tucked between my legs, scared the whole time. I've noticed like there are a lot of people that like to play like that though. But that's usually in ranked. Like this is we're just playing pubs, dude. Let's go get some damage. Let's fight some people. It's not like you can't get into another match. There's nothing on the line here. Just play the game. I guess we'll see how things look at the end of this game. But I feel like the Pathfinder was down for a bit. Hold on. Path was down for a bit, and then honestly, I just feel like those two guys are running around together. They're just nuts to butts. Ooh, goodbye, Mango. I'm out here fighting a team by myself. Okay, sure. Now you're gonna run to me, and then he's gonna run away as well, and then I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna fight 2 teams, I guess, for these guys. Well, they just kind of run back and forth and take damage. Yep, there it is. Well, let me go shoot these guys again for you. All right, there's one. All right, we'll push this. Okay, definitely gonna push this now. You're mine, Bloodhound. Come on, boy. All right, that's 2 down. There's 1 left on that team. What are my teammates doing over there? I mean, I can't see what's going on in their eyes, but oh, jeez, this might be bad. Ooh. Okay, she's probably 1 tap. Okay, just hit your shots, Die Hard. Let's do this. Okay, 1. And then there's 1 left. She probably doesn't have shields back yet. This might be worth a push.